writer's strike.
Yeah.
You ready?
Excited.
Really exciting.
Unions.
Another great news, guys. Another piece of just awesome news and the power of working people. Okay. So the writers have been on strike for 5 weeks, 2 months, something like that. I think it's been 2 months now they've been on strike. And in the coming days, the guild members will finally vote on whether or not to accept a deal, which has pretty much almost everything that they demanded in it. It will include compensation increases for streaming content, and it has concession from studios on minimum staffing for television shows, and will guarantee that AI technology will not encroach of the writers' credits and compensation. Now, the AI piece is a little tricky. They don't have the final language for the AI portion of the deal, but AI will be a part of it, which is a big step because originally the studio said AI is too big of a task. We're not taking that up in this deal. We're not talking about it in our contract negotiations, but that is now changed, and we're going to be voting on that soon.
Well, what I read is that was the sticking point.
Yeah.
That was the last thing that, and they were going back and forth. I think this went through like Sunday, 2 days ago from when we were recording this, and late Saturday night they were looking at the paragraph on AI, and they were going back and forth on like specific wording in that paragraph.
Yeah, because studios have an amazing deep incentive to use AI as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
The writers have produced so much content for them over the years. If they could just reuse that with artificial intelligence and a large language model, they want to do that, man.
Totally. I wonder, because ChatGPT, for all of its helpfulness, it is not an artist in its writing.
No.
Right?
No.
So I wonder when writing would get that good.
Now, it's a great coding buddy.
Yeah.
But, it's not. If you're into computer science and you're not using ChatGPT yet, the hell you doing, dude? Get on that.
Totally. But it's not even a perfect coding buddy. Like
No,
often you still have to go in and make changes.
Yeah.
It just gives you the framework.
Yeah, it just gives you the frame. That was a very slick move, opening that energy can. I really didn't. Oh, you're not done yet? Okay, yeah. Now that I gave it so much attention, I hope you're embarrassed.
I am extremely.
Okay, so I want to make you feel bad. So another aspect of the story that I want to really emphasize here is how much power the workers had in this whole story. During the strike, Warner Brothers Discovery said that the dual strike is going to reduce. So the acting strike and the writer strike is going to reduce the adjusted earnings for Warner Brothers for this year by $300 million to $500 million. That's all because the workers didn't show up to work. Analysts have estimated that studios will forego as much as $1.6 billion in global ticket sales for movies that were initially scheduled for release this fall, but pushed to next year because of the actor strike. Billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars lost because the workers didn't show up to work. The message that comes here now that everyone needs to take away from this is you produce the value. Not the CEOs who sit in the corporate boardrooms and go to 3 vacations a year and has a private jet, okay? Not him. He doesn't make the value. You make the value. Without the writers and the actors, movies didn't come out. Without all of you showing up to work every day, your boss would have nothing. It's because of you that your workplaces function. And these strikes emphasize that.
Yeah.
And these types of things, I feel, are contagious. When workers feel this and see others winning through these types of collective actions, they get inspired to do it themselves. Biden said in response that this agreement is a testament to the power of collective bargaining. And he says that I urge all employers to remember that all workers, including writers, actors, and auto workers, as we'll talk about in a second, deserve a fair share of the value their labor helped create. This is unheard of language of a president. I'm not going to belittle this because this is not something you would hear out of the Obama administration. It's not something you would have heard out of the Clinton administration. It's barely something you would have heard out of the Carter administration.
He's not a neoliberal.
He's not a neoliberal.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is the first non-neoliberal president we've had in 40 years, and it's about damn time.
Crazy.
It's
awesome.
about damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after, I have it here. After 5 months of striking, it was not 2 months. 5 months of striking, the writers have come away with several hard-fought victories. And this is it's just great to see. So
I'm just so excited that they put more pressure on the corporate executives losing their money than the corporate executives could put on the workers potentially losing their homes. That
Absolutely.
is awesome, because it's always scary, right? Like it seems that they're always the more vulnerable party, the people who are losing the things that are more important to their security, their safety, their lives. But the fact that these corporate entities are this attached to their profits, and the unions do have this much power, it's just super encouraging.
Well, that's the power of unions, because these unions have large strike funds.
Yeah.
I mean, they save, in between the years of contract negotiations, they save so much money in order to bail everybody out and pay the wages that these workers would have had if they would be working. And they can pay it from the strike fund that they saved up for years.
Yep.
And that's the plan here. And that's why unions are the best tool at raising your wages and making your life better. End of story.
Amen.
Amen.